Welcome everybody. This is Greg Rawl from Centrav. Thanks for tuning in for our webinar for China Airlines today. Appreciate you taking time out to listen in. Just a few housekeeping items here. Your phones, you probably noticed, are muted. We've got a lot of people on the webinar, so you won't be able to talk to us. But at the end of the webinar, you can present your questions, and we'll do our best to answer those. Recommend that you hold off on asking questions early in the broadcast, maybe make a note of them. Rob will be going over a lot of information and probably answer your question before you ask it. So let's see, other than that, I think we're about good to go. One other question already came in. I want to answer that one. Will this be recorded? Yes, we are recording this session right now. And I will send the copy of this out to all of you. So don't worry about whether you get it, you registered. We will get that copy to you sometime this afternoon or probably tomorrow morning. We'll get that in your email box. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Rob Petty of China Airlines. Rob, take it away.
Thank you, Greg. And so now I shall hit the start broadcast button. Is that correct?
No, it's already started. So you can just roll.
Great. Okay. Well, again, thank you to everybody who took the time to check in with us today. My name is Rob Petty. I am the China Airlines area sales rep located here in Chicago. And I take care of the Midwest territory. That Midwest territory for me here is Illinois, Minneapolis, Detroit, Iowa, the central part, upper Great Lakes, if you will. That is my territory. And I've been visiting with Centrav for a number of years. So I appreciate you all taking the time today. Let's see if I can get this to go here. And
try just clicking in the center.
There we go. There we go. So here's what we'll be talking about today. We'll look at our flight schedule, look at what we offer as far as service, food and beverage products. We'll look at our frequent flyer program we call Dynasty Flyer Program, corporate reward program, just to let you know that it exists, some of our promotions, and a few special reminders for agents, just to be aware of some typical problems that we see that happen from time to time. So about China Airlines, we are China Airlines, but we should be clear that we are from the island of Taiwan. Okay, it's often confused with mainland China. The way that I describe this is we are from the island, so our two-letter code is CI from the island of Taiwan. Okay, we are a member of the Sky Team and have been for many years. Our route is strong and is growing. We just recently added our newest route in the Czech Republic in the middle of July here. So we're fully focused on the future. Now, I mentioned our gateways and our routes are our strength. We fly from San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Ontario, which is a suburb of Los Angeles, Vancouver, and New York. Everything that we have goes into Taipei, Taiwan, all right, and then off into the rest of Asia, Southeast Asia, Northeast Asia, mainland China, and on into Europe as well. So we have a number of different aircraft. The things that we'll be taking a look at today are the A350 as well as the 777, and also our newest aircraft, which is the Airbus A321. We're currently on our summer schedule. We've just published our winter schedule for San Francisco. There are some deviances there that we'll touch on. From San Francisco, we have CI3 and 4, daily service. We also have a secondary service that's been recently introduced, CI15 and 16, which is about an hour earlier. And the reason I bring this up is many people who normally check in with us at the counters, they know to check in the day before. But with this second service starting in the, well, it's already started, but the second service adjusting in the winter schedule, they will need to check in the same day. So just a mental note for your passengers. Now, we have services from Los Angeles and Ontario. We have services from JFK and Vancouver. So we have some adjustments that have taken place from mid-September. So please make a note of that. For those travel agents that are looking from inland, you can use our partner carriers. Primarily, those partner carriers are going to be Delta, booking V Victor, X-Ray. Okay, those are our common booking classes. Tango and Mike, T Tango and M Mike, they do carry a surcharge. So look forward to booking V and X there. Out of Minneapolis, also, the Sun Country is an option for V Victor and W Whiskey. Out of Chicago here, we use our partner Alaskan, and we have another option, JetBlue B6. So do take care when booking from inland. Now, I just wanted to mention that since Centrav is headquartered in Minneapolis, we do have services that connect from Minneapolis if you are selling from Minneapolis. So Delta 1012, for example, connects very nicely to San Francisco. Out of LA, Delta 748 connects very nicely. And I will say that always try to book the maximum amount of time between connections, especially going into San Francisco and LA. If you can do it, please find 3 hours, okay? That's very important. All right, we have services all across Asia. Into Southeast Asia, we have services to Bangkok and even to Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is one of our newer flights that is using an Airbus A321, 4 flights into Bangkok. Right? Vietnam, we serve very well. We serve Saigon twice daily, Hanoi twice daily. And our newest addition is Da Nang. Da Nang has turned into quite the holiday resort area. It has come a long, long way, and we have been serving that now for about a year. Speaking of the Philippines, as other tropical destinations, we have both Manila and Cebu, 2 flights to Manila, 1 to Cebu. Other destinations you might have some travelers check out when thinking of tropical destinations: Denpasar, Jakarta, okay, Kuala Lumpur or Penang. Phnom Penh is popular. And we have Hong Kong covered quite well. We have 6 flights into Hong Kong. Now, we also take a look at Japan. Taiwan and Japan have such a close historical relationship. And this is shown in the number of destinations that we serve. We serve both Tokyo Narita and Tokyo Haneda. Narita is served from Taipei, where Haneda is served from the domestic airport Songsha, TSA. We also have service to Korea as well. Now, the pandemic is behind us, thankfully. We have expanded our service back into China. Let's take a look where we fly. Beijing is served twice a day, whereas Shanghai has 3 services, okay? So other destinations, Xiamen, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, the routes are expanding. We're expanding our routes back into China. Always take a look at your GDS. Please do take a look at your GDS. They have the latest schedule updates. I will mention also that our subsidiary, Mandarin Air, the 2-letter code for Mandarin Air is AE. And that is service from Taipei into Xiamen. So AE 991 there. Now, for travel from the United States to mainland Turkey, no longer any PCR is not required, but a regular antigen test is still required, taken at most 48 hours before departure. Okay, U.S. passport holders are required to have a visa. Now, Chinese passport holders with the U.S. permanent resident alien card, right, they must hold the travel permit to and from Taiwan. That can get a little tricky, and especially if the passengers are traveling maybe into China out of Hong Kong. We even tell the passengers, mention to your passengers, that just to mention to Border Control, that they're going to Hong Kong for leisure. You don't want to mention that you're flying out of Hong Kong into the United States. That can get a little tricky. Now, our two primary aircraft that we fly Transpac are the 777-300ER and the Airbus A350-9. The 777 we use on our route from San Francisco to Taipei in CI3. Los Angeles, we use that for CI7 and 5, and JFK, CI11. Our Airbus A350-9, we use that for our secondary service out of San Francisco and Ontario for flight number 23 and Vancouver, flight number 31. I'm sure that many of you are familiar already with the basic configurations of the 777-300. So I won't dive into it too much, but I just want to give you a look at how we have appointed it, okay? So China Airlines, we've got several accoutrements to make you just rest easy and relax. The interior has quite a relaxing ambiance to it, you know. The mood of the cabin does change as the aircraft takes off, reaches cruise altitude, then it transitions to a softer glow, and then as it's time to land, the landing lights come on, the interior lights come on, and things brighten up. So quite a nice relaxing feeling inside this aircraft. The Airbus A350-9, similarly relaxing, but a little bit brighter. It's just a tad more vivid inside. But similarly, we do have the same size screens in both business, premium economy, and regular economy. We have similar lie flat seats in business class, the similar seats in premium economy class that slide forward. Okay, take a look there inside. So the wood grain interior of the 777 does again lend to a very relaxing image. You see the reading lamps to the side of every chair. You also see that it's easy aisle access for all seats. This is the premium economy that I mentioned. It is that kind of shell seat that slides forward so you don't whack the guy behind you. All right. Also the premium economy, back in the back, it's 3-4-3. It's laid out in a 3-4-3 configuration. So now, how does the Airbus A350-9 compare? It compares very similarly. So again, very wide screen, very large tabletop that serves both as a desk and a meal space. The flat bed lays out to 78 inches long. Also, the premium economy, right? So you have wide enough spaces for armrests to relax. You don't need to fight over those. An over-the-shoulder reading light is there to lighten the way. And in economy, those are the slimline seats. Okay, those slimline seats, you can have plenty of leg room between your seat and the seat in front of you due to those slimline seats. Now we have a couple of extra touches. It's not all about the hardware. We call it the software, the soft touches. For business class travelers, we offer on the Trans-Pacific flights a turn down service. Okay, so you can stand up, take a break, somebody will come by, one of the cabin attendants will come by and prepare your bedding for you. It's a really nice touch. Also a very nice touch is our Sky Lounge. This is the place that you could go to when your bed is being turned down. go and grab yourself a cup of coffee, some tea, some cookies, or something to read just as you drift off to sleep. We do rotate magazines and books periodically through that lounge. We have some special touches in regards to food as well. So depending on the route, I will say that on the Taiwan-Japan route, we have special treats that are specific to that route. Also, the vegetarian meals have been restored. In fact, all of our special meals have been restored to our routes. So if your passengers do require that, you can simply request that ahead of time in the booking. We have our newest aircraft is the Airbus A321. Now, the A321neo is on our smaller, newer Asian routes. They're serving Da Nang, Cebu, Chiang Mai. This also, again, like the Airbus A350-9, is a bit brighter in its ambiance. You see the turquoise and the lighter colors throughout. It's configured in a two-class product, so you have 6 business class seats and 168 economy class seats. Business class, like the others, are full flat. In economy, there's a 120-degree angle, a 31-inch seat pitch, so very relaxing. We also have something that special for the kids and the kids at heart, for those who enjoy Pokemon. This has been flying on our Taipei to Tokyo Haneda route. It adds some excitement. You know, if you've ever been on one of these special airplanes, it's just completely decked out. Both the livery is painted special, inside is quite full of Pokemon adventures, really. There's gifts and things that would be for sale for all of the passengers. I want to take a moment to touch on our fair family concept. Several airlines, including China Airlines, we sell our seats according to this concept of fair family. The thing to remember about the fair family concept is that within each class, business, premium, and economy, there are 3 subsets. We call the top, most flexible product appropriately the flex product, standard, and then basic. So you can imagine that the cheapest option would be the basic. It does have the most restrictions, obviously, and the flex product would guarantee the most options. Also want to touch on the seat selections. Seat selections, to guarantee the seat, we do sell these seats in advance. So we call them extra comfort, preferred, and standard. And oftentimes passengers are inquiring, when can I reserve that seat? So for standard seats, free seat selection opens up within 48 hours of departure. The preferred seat is within 12 hours of departure, and extra comfort can be purchased anytime. Touch on our Dynasty Flyer program. That's our frequent flyer program. We have 4 levels of card: Dynasty, Gold, Emerald, and finally Paragon. A number of benefits are kind of parlayed or similar to the SkyTeam benefits. Since we are a proud member of SkyTeam, you can see here that there are different member levels, different member benefits that kind of coexist with SkyTeam. We do have a corporate reward program. I just mentioned this briefly to mention that we could offer 3-party type agreements. The travel agents can issue the tickets, and we provide the extra benefit to the corporate member. And also, when they enroll in the Dynasty Flyer program and then in the corporate reward program, it's as if they double dip, okay? They can get points towards their frequent flyer program and points towards the corporate reward program. We do have a couple of promotions that are ongoing. So these are long-term promotions. One is the complimentary Wi-Fi. This complimentary Wi-Fi, depending on the type of ticket that the passenger has, it's either 24 hours in business class, 12 hours in the mid-level premium economy, or 3 or 1 hour options. It's important that you have an internet access prior to boarding to activate this promotion. So again, just before the passengers board, they need to activate, because once you get on board, you will not have the Wi-Fi to activate it until it's been done so. We also have an extra 1 free check-in baggage for business class passengers. This is from all of our North American gateways. It's a 50-pound, 62-inch in girth bag, and this is provided at the airports. It's an additional benefit for our frequent flyer Gold, Emerald, and Paragon members. And we have a hotel promotion. Passengers who book China Airlines or Mandarin Air international flights can access a 2-night rate. Okay, it's good for 2 nights prior to departure, 2 nights after departure, and it's good from now until almost the end of December, the 29th of December. The thing is, the passengers must provide proof of travel when they check into the hotel, and this is in combination with Novotel. Just a quick look at our baggage system. We offer a piece system, so business travelers can check in 2 bags at 70 pounds, premium economy gets 2 bags at 61 pounds, and regular economy class flyers get 2 pieces at 50 pounds. If you're flying, if your passengers are flying in L class, that is a very limited baggage, 1 piece at 50 pounds. Now, as we're all travel agents here viewing this today, I wanted to offer you a couple of special reminders. Name correction. So we often run into this problem where some passengers, they may have gotten married, they may have gotten divorced, they may have made a mistake in flipping their name or forgetting to add their middle name. Please remember, and you probably already know this, that the ticket, the name on the ticket must be identical to that on the passport. To correct that, there is a $50 fee. That is charged as XP tax. And important, if the ticket involves an interline, such as Delta, such as Alaskan, then a new PNR must be created. Okay. Also, booking service charge, the YR tax, is non-refundable except when there is a flight cancellation or when it's the airline's problem, when the airline created the problem. This is applicable for totally unused tickets only. Okay. So also, please do make sure that you have your passengers' contact information, whether it's email or cell phone or both, if you can. Please put that in the record. We do pre-flight checks, and if we cannot contact the passengers, we may have to contact you, which then you have to contact the passenger. So please put that in there. Married segments, just simply, without going into too many details, we want to let you know how seriously we take married segment control. Violations will incur stiff penalties, debit memos, so just obey the married segment rules as they apply. That, in a quick nutshell, is our presentation. There may be some questions. Let me look down here.
Yes, and there's a question panel there. If anyone would like
Yes,
to ask a
yes.
question, just type those into the question
Okay.
panel.
So there was a question, can you please talk about seat options? I think I may have addressed that. Uh, when it comes to selecting a seat, so there were standard seats, preferred seats, and extra comfort seats. Standard seats can be selected 48 hours prior to departure. Preferred seats within 12 hours of departure. Otherwise, these seats will be assigned at the airport. Let's see, are passengers with mobility issues required to purchase bulkhead seats? Well, I would say it depends on what that mobility issue is. Of course, wheelchairs, you need to put that wheelchair request into the P&I. And make sure that your elderly passengers are not just requesting a wheelchair because, and make sure that they need it, okay? We also do see that sometimes there's a language barrier, and sometimes folks with language barriers will request a wheelchair simply to get to their gate. So be aware of their mobility issue. What is okay for the airlines to allow electric wheelchairs without any hassle at check-in? That is I would say it depends on the type of electric chair. I would visit our website. There are some details. I can't answer that specifically without knowing more so about that. Let's see. The name correction fee is not automatic. For name correction, we do require the passport copy. Please send me the passport copy, and we can work on that together.
And if you can catch it within 24 hours of ticketing, you can always void a ticket for free on Centrav.com. There's a void button. Just go into My Bookings, and you'll see an opportunity to void the ticket. So always check those names. Name spellings are a huge problem in the industry. So check them carefully. Look at the passport. Have your client check it. And
Right.
if you can catch it within 24 hours, you still got a chance to void it for free.
Right. Now, I will say Asian passengers, sometimes they will mistake what is their family name, what is their given name, because in Asian cultures, they often refer to themselves by their family name only. So please ask them to check their passport. Remind them not to do it a week before or a few days before traveling. It happens quite a bit. Is there a form of contract for commission? Yes, we do offer contract commissions with Centrav. I won't get into the details, but yes, we do have a contract commission with Centrav.
Yeah, when you book those on Centrav, you're going to see the commission offered to you highlighted in green right on the first screen. So you'll know exactly how much you can get there. And if the commission amount is too low for you, you can still add a service fee extra when you go ahead and purchase the ticket.
There's a question about no longer have the family couch. That's been several years back, probably 4 or 5 years ago, that we discontinued the family couch. A couple of airlines have given that a shot, and it did not prove especially popular, so we did remove that. Okay. Can I explain more about the corporate reward program? So this is aimed at corporate travelers. You can double dip, so you do need to have a Dynasty Flyer program account, and then create that with the name as it appears on your passport. And then the corporate reward folks can double dip and get rewards. So I simply stated that just because if there are opportunities to partner with Centrav, there may be some three-way opportunities there. And Greg, someone is asking, I haven't been able to see that green commission on previous attempts. I don't know if you want to dive into where that might be.
Yeah, so when you do a search on Centrav.com, it will come back with a matrix on top with all the airlines, and there'll be an entire line in that matrix dedicated to published fares with commission, and you'll see all the rates highlighted there. And if you click on any specific itinerary like China Airlines, it will again show that commission amount highlighted in green. So yeah, just play around with go on to Centrav.com and put in a route that China Airlines flies, Ontario with the type pay or something, and you will see the commission amount listed right there.
Okay, and I think I've touched on all of the questions that I see in the question box.
Yeah.
So we've breezed through that in a half hour.
Well, that's good.
I have my contact information here. I am in the Chicago area. I'm reachable by email. I'm not always in the office. I'm often out of the office, but just give me a shout or give me an email, and I'll try to address that as soon as I can. But I appreciate Greg allowing me the opportunity to address everybody today. China
Yeah.
Airlines is just, we've been around for a long time, but maybe not a lot of people are aware of us. So, we have such a strong network in Asia, and I hope that you'll allow your passengers to experience that.
Yeah. And Centrav has been selling China Airlines for a long time, and we've known Rob for a long time. He comes in to visit us more than the other reps do, to tell you the truth. So
Yeah.
we appreciate Rob and the relationship we have with China Airlines. We highly recommend this airline for your client. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out. Thanks, Rob, for the presentation. It was awesome. And we're getting a lot of people thanking us right now. We appreciate them. So with that, I guess we'll just say goodbye. And remember, you'll get a recording of this presentation in your inbox, probably this afternoon sometime. So thanks much. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.